Hi, I'm Georgia Patton and welcome to Board to Boss, the podcast where we dive into real, unfiltered stories behind building a business. I'm not an expert or a self-proclaimed business guru, I'm just like you. I'm here to listen, learn and soak up the experience and knowledge of others in the hope of bettering myself and my business. This podcast is proudly brought to you by Board George, the go-to designer sunglasses brand from New Zealand, crafting premium polarized sunnies. Hello, welcome to another episode. We have Ollie Puddick here, owner, founder of Inner Bloom. Ollie, do you want to just give us a really quick 2-sentence rundown of what the business is? We're going to go deeper after, but for those who have never heard of your business, what is it? What do you do?
We make high protein coffee with benefits, essentially. So we're a protein coffee brand. We've got coffee creamers. So we're all about kind of enhancing your overall coffee experience is what we say. So coffee with benefits. Mm-hmm.
Do you know the first time, do you remember the first time that we met?
I think it was at Hamilton.
Oh my God, you do remember? Yes.
Yeah.
So we both attended the Women's Lifestyle Expo.
Yep.
It was day 2. I was so sick and I was just like dying for a coffee, and they had one coffee caravan and I walked around the expo looking for another, but instead I stumbled upon your stall. And I think I got a box of coffees in the end.
Yeah, for your partner maybe.
Yeah, I might have bought a couple of boxes after I tasted it because it was so delicious. And I had the white label one. I think it was like an oat latte or something.
Yeah, we've gone away from that now.
I know, and we can get into that. I looked at your website last night.
Yeah.
So what was the gap in the market that you saw that led to creating Inner Bloom?
There was no real kind of vision of creating anything. It was just I lived in America for about 3 years back in 2015, 16, around then. Cold brew coffee was massive over there, and I'd bike past Whole Foods every day to work, and I'd just stop in and it was too hot to drink a coffee. I was in Florida. And so I would just try the different drinks there, and like there was probably 30 brands.
Whoa. Oh, so it's like big.
Big, yeah. It's slimmed down a bit and it's kind of turned into more protein now. But when I moved back to New Zealand, I didn't really know what to do. I was like, I need a career, but I want to be a business person. Don't know what that looks like. So I started designing, and I was like, I'm going to call the business Inner Bloom. It's going to be a health brand. Don't know what it's going to look like. That was kind of how it came about. And then one thing led to another. I actually got into the fire service in 2018. So became a fireman, and that kind of put everything on hold. And I was like, okay, I'll do this. I'll, be a career person.
Had you always wanted to be a fireman, or was this just something that came about?
No, I've always been one of those people who's just kind of like, I'll give that a crack, see how it goes.
Did you love it?
Yeah, loved it. Yeah. I spent 4 years up here in Auckland, and then 2.5 down in Bay of Plenty. So, yeah, it was great. Like, it kind of reminded me of, playing high school sports and being like, you're all...
Team sport,
camaraderie.
Yeah,
team sport, camaraderie, joking, laughing. Yeah, I had the idea for Inner Bloom. It was kind of just sitting on the side, and then it was when actually Boss Coffee launched in New Zealand, and I was like, oh, that kind of sparked the kind of cold brew coffee love and all that again. And so, yeah, I just was like, all right, I'm going to give this thing a crack.
And so it was 4 years prior that you came up with the name Inner Bloom, and you stuck to it.
Pretty much, yeah. I'd written this, like, I wish I could find the photo. It's like this, like, it was like
Don't you wish you kept all that original stuff?
Even the content I film now, I was like, I almost reckon my journey prior to leaving my job was so much more interesting, because I would, like, when I was a fireman, I'd like work a night shift. I'd go home, load all the bottles in my car, and then go to the share kitchen, brew the coffee, like label all the bottles, like
which
store
would be
it.
such like thriving content right now.
Absolutely, it would go nuts. The small kind of the founder-led stuff. But
shit, so it's actually been a really long journey for you,
super
getting
long.
Kind of like from ideation to launch.
Honestly, like the last 6 months is the only.
I wish you had all that original stuff. That would be. Do you know my original thing I wish I had was when I pitched my business to my parents at like 22, just like, this is what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
And I made a Microsoft PowerPoint. The things I would do to find that PowerPoint again, like what did I put on it? What were the sunnies? What was the vision? I have no idea. If I found it one day,
I know
that's going up online.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
No. So then creating coffee from a kitchen, That's where you started. Is that a commercial kitchen you had to start from?
Yeah, so I was definitely illegal at the start, like making it in my kitchen.
Yep.
And then I would just kind of sell it to whoever.
Yeah.
And then you soon realize that you can't sell kind of in legal places like markets and supermarkets and things like that. So yeah, for about a year and a half, I would go like where I saw you at Hamilton. I think we actually gone to Cairns then, but
yeah, you had Cairns then.
Yeah, so I would go to the Shed Collective out in Kermu every Saturday, and then I'd go to the Greyland Farmers Market on a Sunday. And I did that for like close to 2 years.
You were already in Cairns by then, though.
Nah, not when I was selling at those markets.
What was the journey from going from self-made to like mass production?
I kind of had a ceiling, and I was like,
too much coffee.
Yeah, a little bit of that, but I was like, well, what's next? Like, I don't want to keep making this. I want to sell it. And then that's when someone suggested, oh, you need a contract manufacturer. And I was like, well, what the hell is that? So that led me down the journey of that, and then I'm still with the same contract manufacturer today. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and they kind of started out at the same time, so it's a bit of like a cool journey for both of us. It was just like one thing, like I just kept kicking one thing, like kept kicking the can down the road essentially.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another. I was always like very driven and stuff, but it was kind of, let's do that, figure it out later.
Yeah.
Lots of naivety, I'd say. Like looking back, I don't think if I knew how hard it was going to be, I probably would have done it.
I say the exact
I would have
same.
picked a different category or something,
But I also think all founders, all entrepreneurs, business people have a sense of naivety at the start, and that's why we get somewhere, is because we're not aware of what we're actually putting ourselves through or the situations we're putting ourselves into. The naivety is almost like a little bit of a superpower.
Yeah.
Would you have started knowing what you know now?
Nah, not a drinks company. Oh my God. Yeah,
It's so funny you say that, because I say if I started again, I would probably do a drinks company.
I would do a consumable product, but not a drink. Shipping liquid, margins are terrible. It's like economy of scale. You have to be doing like massive numbers to actually be turning a profit.
Yeah. I am grateful for the fact that we're a higher ticket item. Yeah. One of mine is probably 40 of your cans.
Yeah. I mean, I sell you a can, it's $5. Yeah, I make sense.
Fun and games.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're in supermarkets. Things have grown.
Yeah.
You're in supermarkets, you're in Faro, you're in Four Squares.
Yeah, Four Squares, Packs, and New Worlds are our main.
Crazy.
And Faro now is,
So what was the journey like to expanding to that point? Because it's really hard to get on a shelf.
Yeah, again, like FMCG. Naivety. Like people were like, how the hell did you get into a supermarket? I was like, I went to my local supermarket at Eastridge and was like, hey, how do I sell you this drink? And he was like, do you have an article number? I was like, no, what's that? And so just like, again, like I was like, okay, I need an article number. And
was that a New World?
Yeah, Eastridge New World, yeah. So they were my first New World. And then I went to, this lady actually reached out on Instagram. She was like, I know the buyer at Vic Park New World. Go meet with him. I told him about your products because I drunk it at the market. And I was like, wow, okay. And so I went to him and he was like, cool, product looks great. We won't stock it because it's in bottles and glass and short shelf life. Come back to us when you're like got a long shelf life product. And I was like, okay. And so kind of went to the contract manufacturer and managed to like get a small manufacturing run out of them of like 4,000 cans, which cost me
That's a small run?
That's a small, I do like 30,000 now, yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, that's small. Like the smallest you could do now would be 16,000 cans probably.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big volume.
That's
why
volume.
People don't get into it. But again, like, honestly, like I look back and I'm like, how did I afford that? I don't know. I just like.
How did you afford it then? Let's get into it. Did you self-invest?
Yeah. So it was like I was working on the side. So always kind of topping the business up. Yeah. Had like little investments along the way from family and friends. Some I've had to buy out. And then probably last year, actually, I was successful with the King's Trust. So
you were.
It was the Prince's Trust back then. But yeah, I was one of the first or second cohorts there. So I was successful with them, and basically they give you a 20 grand grant for people under 30 trying to get into business. Insane. And that allowed me to do a contract manufacturing run. And that kind of set me up on that journey of like, I don't have to make it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just basically a brand marketer.
Mm-hmm.
And that was great. It was like, it was like a new lease on the business.
Yeah. It's a lot of money to get
physical,
started.
Yeah, totally. Honestly, it helped so much. And then, yeah, I've just had little investments along the way. I've topped up the business probably 3 times with like tens of thousands at a time kind of thing, which will be no longer because I don't have a job anymore in the fire service. But I've been pretty lucky in that sense, but I've been very smart and very lean in how I've spent my money. Like I've gotten really good at saying no. Like, you get offered so many opportunities.
What are some of the examples you've said no to, you reckon?
Just like key retailers, like, no, we're not ready, that kind of thing. Like, and
learning your limits.
Yeah, I think they respect that in a way. Like, obviously, some are like, oh, yeah, we'll never, come in here again. But it's like, well, we will if people want it.
Yeah, if the demand's there.
Yeah. So, and then also like sponsorship opportunities. Like, that's probably one thing. Consumable products. I mean, people that are listening can probably relate if they sell a consumable, like the amount of emails you get for people like, can I have free product?
No, it's not just consumables. I think I get maybe 3 to 4 a day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And asking for hundreds of sunnies.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And do you know what one of my biggest responses is now?
No.
To those, okay, let's just say like fundraising for cancers, for sicknesses. If it's anything else.
Yeah. Like a pop-up
When was the last time you purchased a pair from me?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more than happy to support the people who have supported me. But if you've never purchased a pair, if you've never hit a like on Instagram, why?
Yeah. That's kind of our thing as well. Like I've got a template saved in my email now that just says pretty much that. It's like,
we're a small business.
We're a small business. Have you supported us in the past? What's your marketing plan when you take our products? How many people are going? Can we stock our product in your location?
Yep.
And I think there's like, this will cost like $300 or something if we give you X amount of cans. What's the return on that kind
of thing? And there's so much over-promising within the industry as well.
Yeah.
One of the key things I learned early on was I had a fashion brand reach out and say, we're looking for 50 pairs for New Zealand Fashion Week. And like, we've seen your brand growing. We would love that. And me being like a young, budding, naive entrepreneur, I'm going, holy shit, this label, this brand wants my sunnies at Fashion Week. And they told me all these deliverables. We'll post about it. We'll do this, this, and this. I gave 50 pairs. I got one story post with all the other brands tagged in it. Like for me, that was so much money 5 years ago. And that was one of the biggest lessons learned, is that people are not going to give you the time of day that you anticipate. They just don't realize, I guess, the money that goes into that sort of stuff.
And I think the customers are kind of numb now to getting free stuff. Like at the start. And it works. Like I did a lot with like run clubs and things like that. And, some run clubs are amazing. Like, do a reel, make sure they tag you, make sure like they get, I'm just like, hey, can you get people like film people trying the product and getting that first reaction? Like that is gold. But now the people that attend those events, they're kind of like, oh, what's the free stuff today? Like, and it's kind of like, it wears off.
Pick and choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So are you still the only person working within your business?
Yeah, I've got contractors that do like other stuff. But yeah, it's pretty, again, still pretty lean.
Yeah. How do you find being solo entrepreneur, I say in quotation marks, so pretty much being the only one head down in the business?
I don't know any different. But now that I've gone down this journey, like everyone's sort of that I've talked to has almost suggested at this stage, like even getting a co-founder, like,
oh yeah,
especially because I'm trying to raise money. Like they're saying like team is everything. Like, it's all good and well. Like I'm a firefighter and I did this. It's like that only gets you so far. But when you're talking to people that are like physically wanting to put money into your business, it's like, what's your skill set? What can you do? And I've learned like the stuff I'm good at and then the stuff I don't like doing or I'm not so good at. So like, figuring out like what I actually need and like I think we talked about it before, like hiring like a hybrid person, like a jack of all trades that can kind of their sales, their marketing, their community, their packing orders or whatever it is. It's like that's their role, and it's I think like I'm not at a stage where I need specialists. I'm at a stage where I need like generalists who can help. Like kind of stand across most facets of the business, kind of how I did, but also have strengths where I don't have strengths.
Yeah. What do you think your strengths are?
Definitely like brand. I'm obsessed with brand.
I would agree with that. Your marketing and brand is pretty impressive.
Marketing, brand. I've now adapted the skill of e-com, so online marketing with like paid advertising, and I was like, oh, I'd never do that. But now I like really love it. It's like responsible gambling.
Yeah. I'll get into that later because I want to have a good chat on that.
Yeah.
Responsible gambling.
Yeah, maybe irresponsible. Another skill set, I like very creative in terms of the way like NPD, like new product development. And I think like most founders are, like that's why they got into it. They love the products.
Yeah.
And I haven't run a team before. So like I'd like to think I'd be pretty motivating. I think pretty differently when it comes to like those sorts of things. Like I've got this like kind of mood board vision of like how I want to structure my business down the track. So it's like...
You're organised?
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I don't know. It's like a 5-year vision and we're almost in year 5.
If you love bold eyewear as much as you love bold business stories, you need to check out Board George. Our sunglasses are designed to turn heads, feel amazing, and last season after season. And because you're part of the Board to Boss community, you get 15% off any pair of sunglasses. Just use the code BOSSPOD at checkout. That's BOSSPOD for 15% off at boardgeorge.com. With that vision, are you seeing massive growth in the future? If we look back at where you started, like we chatted about at the start, you had your kind of oat milk coffee. It was all cold brew. You're now moving towards, is it wholly protein coffees?
Yeah, So
where'd that switch come from? Why? And what are you seeing since you've done that?
I've never got too caught up in like, oh, my product didn't work, because I think that's really bad because the market decides, not you. Mm-hmm. So when I first started, it was literally like I had this product that was like, it was probably ahead of its time. It was the one that I was brewing myself was like, it was called a cold brew coffee elixir, we called it. And it was cacao, coconut, vanilla, and collagen with coffee in a bottle. And people were like, wow, this is like really nice. It's cool. But there was like so much education that was needed with the product, and it just didn't hit the mark on like flavor in terms of like they'd read the ingredients and go, wow, that's going to be like really smooth and sweet. It wasn't sweet. It was smooth.
No, and that's what I loved about it. It wasn't like the other brand we spoke about.
Yeah,
and most cold brew coffees you get off the shelf at supermarkets are very sweet.
Yeah.
But yours was a classic like a coffee taste.
Yeah. And so we kind of developed like this coffee with benefits mantra of like, we pair the best coffee we can find with a specialty or organic, and then we pair that with ingredients that are going to enhance your coffee. So we still have our straight up, which is the black coffee, and then our oat latte, but we are slowly phasing those out, and they've both got L-theanine in it, which is the same concept as matcha. Matcha's going crazy right now.
Yep.
I don't hate on any products, but like I just don't like the taste of matcha.
I'm the same. Like I've never liked the taste of matcha.
And anything for me that I have to add like strawberry or vanilla to it, it's
What's
like
the point?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
So,
I agree.
Like, no hate to matcha, but I just was like, okay.
We're going to get some comments in this
Yeah,
bit.
for sure, yeah. It's an interesting one. So like, that was kind of my argument. And I went down that route of like, yeah, but we've got more caffeine and we've got more L-theanine, which is an amino acid found in green tea, the same as matcha. And what it does is it helps enhance like your cognitive function, gives you a more mellow high, gets rid of the caffeine jitters and anxiety. So matcha on itself has around 40 milligrams of caffeine, which is like maybe a shot of coffee.
Yeah.
Ours has 2 shots of coffee, which is like anywhere between sort of 90 and 120 milligrams. And then matcha, I think, from memory, only has around 70 milligrams of L-theanine. Ours has 200.
Wow.
So it was like we were kind of doing...
So it is a very big educational piece.
Yeah, and like I wasn't at the fridge going, this is why you should buy ours. And we kind of surveyed our customers as well, and they were just buying it because they liked oat milk.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Yeah, they liked oat milk or they liked black coffee.
Yeah.
About a year and a half ago, I was in America in Hawaii, and I was walking down the supermarket aisle like an absolute nerd that I am. Everywhere I go down the supermarket aisle, and there was this like protein everywhere, and I was like, protein coffee, protein this, protein that, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. And then so like it took ages to kind of develop it, and end of last year we launched our vanilla latte protein coffee, and we sold out within like 3 months, and I was like, okay, this has never happened before.
Yeah.
And then we also started selling a lot online too. which before that, people didn't really buy our drinks online.
Yeah.
And so it was like, led me down this like, oh, okay. And then we released our mocha flavor.
Oh, can't wait to try that. Do we have a mocha up there?
Yeah, you got a mocha. Yeah. So it's like a healthy Lewis Road with coffee.
Yeah.
It's kind of the explanation I give to people. So it's got 15, they've both got 15 grams of protein, 2 shots of coffee. They've got no added sugar. They're 112, 113 calories per can, sweetened with monk fruit, tastes like chocolate mocha or like a vanilla latte. So very moreish, but not bad for you in a way. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's what people love about it. Like 2 simple ingredients, protein and then coffee. And then I think people are getting sick of being told coffee is the enemy. Let people drink what they want. If they don't like coffee, don't let them drink. Well, don't drink coffee. And then if you love coffee, let them drink coffee.
And the protein coffee space in the last year has boomed.
Yeah.
Like boomed. Do you see the amount of competition out there, or do you reckon you're pretty standalone?
I still look at the other products and go, purely based on 2 factors, like brand.
Yeah.
Probably 3 actually, brand, marketing, and the quality of our product. You know, there's a couple of similar products out there. You know, there's probably 2 similar products out there that we're, you know, on price point with, we compete with, and then like the macros are kind of similar. But then there's like there's the Mammoth protein iced coffee, which we get shit about all the time on our ads. Like, I just buy a Mammoth, and I'm like, well, scoop 10 teaspoons of sugar in your mouth and you're good to go.
Just enjoy it. Yeah, you're not our customer.
Yeah, and that's what you realise is you're never going to please everyone.
Yeah.
So there's that scale of like, there's good, better, best, I think they say. We're playing in that like premium category, and like we know who our customer is. We know that they don't mind spending $5.50 in some locations for a good product.
My partner is your customer.
Yeah. And
protein coffees in the fridge all the time.
Yeah. Perfect.
You've been pretty open about your investment journey. We touched on it slightly earlier. You are currently posting on Instagram about why you're raising capital, what you're looking for. Why have you gone down this journey? Obviously, money and someone to help out, but you're doing it so openly, which is something that you don't see quite often.
And I think that's why it's like working.
It's working.
Yeah, like the feedback has been unreal.
I love that.
I've got like people coming in my DMs like,
really?
Hey, how can I help? Like, it's crazy like what happens when you put yourself out there. Yeah, I had the idea. I was like, I want to do a series because everyone's doing a series.
Yep.
You know, social media, if you're not like, it's like TV. Like, it's what TV was 20 years ago when we were kids and we'd come home at 3 p.m. and watch our favourite shows. Like I tune into my like favourite creators or pages and like either
see what's happening next.
YouTube or Instagram. Like, and that's how I was like envisioning the like evolvement of In a Bloom. I was like, okay, I've got like, I do a lot of like pretty branding stuff. I do like a little bit of like founder-led content. And then also I don't like do much. I was like, how can I bring people behind the scenes in a way that's like different, like rather than just going, this is my day in the life. And so I was talking with a mate and I was like, what do you reckon of the series? And he was like, I think it could actually work. And then so I made the first video and I sent it to him and he was like, no, it's pretty cool. He's like, just roll with it and see what happens. And then, now we're up to episode 5, I think. Yeah, they haven't all gone like nuts, but it's just like, it's given me like a content vision and it's allowed me to like, okay, like actually be, updating people on like what's happening in the journey.
Yeah. Building that trust and transparency with your customer as well, taking them on the journey.
Yeah. It's purely like put myself out there, but I feel like Kiwis as well, we don't talk about money or like investment or anything like that.
I think that's why it's so important, and that's why I've been so addicted to watching the journey.
Yeah.
Because it's so refreshing.
Well, if we all have money or don't have money or we're trying to get money or like, the money is the fuel that kind of drives us in terms of, getting ahead or whatever. So it's like every business needs money and it's, there's multiple ways to get money. So like, for me, it's like you could go bank loan or loan off certain people or personal loans and things like that. But I would prefer the help that comes along with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like in uncharted waters now. It's like talking to these people in suits.
So are you looking for, obviously, once people invest, they kind of come on as a advisor as such, you now can tap into their wisdom. Is that the main goal?
Yeah, there's kind of two types of investment I would take on. It's either, an advisor role, so like you get access to them once a week or once a month, and they open up a skill. They have a skill set or they've walked in your shoes before, essentially.
Yeah,
I've got a couple of them at the moment, and they've taken like advisory roles, and it's just like it's game changing for just kind of going to them and be like, hey, I've got this contract, not sure how to deal with it, and they kind of give you options, or say, hey, they're ripping you off here, like maybe look at getting this sorted, or just having those people to bounce off.
Yeah.
But they also like need to bring capital or experience. Or there's like the angel investment route, like people that are, willing to invest capital but not so much time. And then, I can go out and outsource the help essentially. So that's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. I'm not looking for an employee. I don't think we need like an employee to invest. It would be like, and a good example would be, say, like a marketing person that wants to invest, and then they can like oversee my ads account, or
I see.
that kind of thing, and just kind of shed information that's that helps drive the business forward, or people that open up contacts in Australia, or wherever we're trying to grow. Like, hey, I've launched markets in the US. I can help you do this. I know this guy. It's like this whole thing is like networking. It's like, it's who you know.
It's exactly
100%.
who you know, and you start to see that the further you get down business. Yeah. It's the people you meet that are going to open doors for you.
And if they like you.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Okay, I want to get into something super interesting that I read about. You got a cease and desist letter.
Yeah.
Can you talk me through what happened there, why, what were your learnings and your takeaways?
It was quite early on in the business, and I made like it wasn't even an ad. I made like an organic post that I then boosted because I didn't really know how to do ads back then.
Yep, we all did that.
And it was like a comparison of my product against a competitor's product, and Did
you show the competitor can?
It was blurred out, but they... Like you could tell, and that's why it went viral, because you could tell.
Yeah.
But they then argued that it wasn't like for like, and they were like, you're going against, this is illegal. Essentially, you're advertising. This is not like for like. And I think the comparisons were like, we've got real coffee, they've got coffee extract, we've got no sugar, they've got lots of sugar. Like it was super simple, just like that. And they were like, well, you can't do that because this product is different to that product. You should have compared this product and this product. And I was like...
Interesting they even had that conversation with you.
No, they didn't have the conversation. I just got a letter and an email. But the funniest part is the law firm that sent me the cease and desist then bought a taster pack off me, because I reckon they felt bad.
Oh my God, how good is that?
So
is that not just like the warmest fuzzy feeling on the inside?
Well, at the time I was like shitting myself. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to go to jail. I was like, I don't even know what a cease and desist is. Like, but then, you soon realize it's just kind of a hollow threat.
You've all kind of got to go through those threats. We had one at the start of the year. We milked opportunities at festivals to their max capacity without
Oh, I did see
paying,
those videos. They went good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Absolute game changer. But we did have conversations with a couple of the festivals.
So you would go and you'd pay to go to the festival?
We paid.
Yeah.
We paid. We filmed our days.
Yeah.
We did all that sort of
That's
stuff.
so weird.
But you're promoting off the back of somebody else's. Yeah. There's a few blurred lines there. And the same, I was like, oh shit, have I got us into some real thick, I've really screwed up here. We paid.
Yeah, that seems
I
wrong.
bought a ticket.
Yeah, you're a paying customer.
But you live and you learn.
It's now time for special delivery, brought to you by Go Sweet Spot, the shipping platform saving businesses time, money, and stress by comparing courier options, integrating with your online store, and streamlining the entire delivery process. Go Sweet Spot changed the game for me at Board George. This one platform has saved me time, reduced stress, and its simplicity is unmatched, with customer service that is second to none. In this segment, we share tools and hacks you can instantly implement, and for us, Go Sweet Spot has been this hack.
Let's get into your special delivery. What do you have for us? What are you going to teach the listeners?
So I have recently, I've gone because being a solo founder, you need a sounding board, and I've gone very deep on ChatGPT, AI workflows, all that kind of stuff, just kind of automating everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I have basically turned ChatGPT into like a high-profile co-founder for me, to basically bounce ideas off.
Yep.
I set up a project in ChatGPT, and then in the settings you can kind of preset stuff you load all the information, and this is the prompt. I want you to act like a high value founder or co-founder that's scaled businesses from 1 to 10 million. Here's all the information you need. You prompt them in a way that most people know, right? You write into ChatGPT, it agrees with you straight away. It's like, oh my God, you're amazing. So you prompt it in a way where it's going to give you different scenarios, different options.
Yeah.
It's going to talk back to you and not just bow down to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just been a game changer. It's got it knows everything about my business, which I don't know if it's good or bad, but it helps so much.
I think we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
It's more helpful than it's going to do damage right now.
Totally.
There's bigger fish to fry.
And so basically any question, or it's got, my brand guidelines, it's got, for this raising money, it's got my investment or my pitch deck. It's got, my supplier agreements. It's got all that stuff in it. And it knows if I need to ask it a question, it'll say, well, 6 months ago you did this, have you thought about doing this? It's like a second brain essentially.
Yeah.
And so it's just helped. I've got this huge thread of just stuff in there now, so I can just go on and ask it anything. And that I think the better part is when I get it to, like everyone does, rewrite their emails, it sounds like me now.
Yeah.
Because it knows me.
Totally. Mine is me, and it knows me better than me sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it asks me, am I being too sassy? Do you want me to tone it down? I'm like, no, boss. You just, you keep doing you.
Yeah.
Speaks back to me like I would speak to it. We use it pretty similarly. Well, I do, definitely, as more of a co-founder.
Yeah.
Trained it up in the back end. It talks, walks, acts exactly like I would, with a little bit more knowledge. And one of the most useful things I've found for ChatGPT, you'll be in the same boat as this running your meta ads, is if there's anything that I am a little bit unsure of, I screenshot the back end of my meta, upload it, and get it to do a rerun of like a wrap up of all my reporting.
Yeah.
And it might say, scale this back a bit, look at your frequency, it's a bit too high on here, your CTR is really bad on here. And it gives me a really quick snapshot of how my ads are performing, what ones I may need to turn off, what ones I may need to turn on. And with the program that we're both in, learning our ads, sometimes you do just need that immediate second opinion.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT is great for that second opinion.
Totally. Yeah. I have found in the program, you don't always, on those coaching calls, you don't always get the time to ask your question. And so you come away a little bit deflated, and it's so good just having, like you say, the ChatGPT there just to be maybe I'll just ask you instead.
Yeah. How have you found learning meta ads and the scale of time that it takes to master budgeting and, like you said, gambling with your money? Are you loving it?
Yeah, I love it, eh? If Anna Bloom failed to just start another e-com business tomorrow.
Yeah.
Purely based on I know how to sell now.
Yeah.
It's not slowing down. People are oh, Facebook ads are dead. They're 100% not. They're getting better. The AI is now getting better. It's all about content, how good is your content. It's got nothing to do with the product, essentially. It's how good is your content? Obviously, you need to sell them the product and they need to like it to come back. But how good is your content? How good is your text? how good is your targeting, like all that stuff. And like if you understand that,
yeah,
it's like a game changer.
And learning the back end metrics has been one of the most valuable educational pieces throughout my whole business journey, to the point where I can look in the back and just get such a snapshot. Like I never thought that I would be in the position to be able to do that. I used to watch my contractor do it and just not understand.
Looking at Chinese and you're like, what is that? Yeah.
Literally. And now I am that person who can look in the back end. Of course, there's still so much I need to learn, but the confidence I have within just 4 months of educating myself on how to do this is crazy.
Yeah, totally. And I'm the same. Like I when I first logged in was like, what is this? All the numbers, all the like little drop-down menus and things like that. It's like even the setup of like,
I don't think I even knew the word frequency before I started. I was like, what is frequency?
Heard of like ROAS, and that's what everyone talks about. And
it's not even the most important metric after all.
And then you learn, you're like, oh, okay, it's not the most important metric. All these like agencies that are going, I got a 12 ROAS, and it's like, what are the other metrics?
You can fudge, you can fudge your numbers. Did you ever start with an agency, or did you go straight into learning yourself?
No, I never started with an agency purely based on, like I was saying before, like we had to be lean and I just couldn't afford it. Like we'd talk to them quite often, and the thing I didn't like about it is they couldn't guarantee anything. And so I was like, okay, like I'm going to give you $3,000 a month just to pay you. And then you said I need to invest another $3,000 in my ads. It's like, where's the guarantee? Like, am I going to have sales in the first month? Oh, we can't tell you that. It might take 3 months. And I was like, well, I don't have 12 grand or 18 grand sitting around to just like blow.
And you've got to make so much more money when you're also paying that retainer, right? That becomes part of your ads investment.
Yeah. I don't think we'd be able to do ads if I was paying an agency, because, I'm paying myself rather than, and you can pay yourself far less.
Yep.
And so, it's, I've never, like you hear of the horror stories that people do have. I think that agency bubble's popped, and you see a lot of them like now, like, I'll teach you how to, run your ads, which is essentially what the program we're in is. But these guys, like, everyone's jumping on that bandwagon now.
We jumped on that bandwagon after a bad experience with an agency. And I feel like most of the people in the course that we're in are in pretty similar boats. They've been burnt in some way or another and learned the hard way.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty happy for you that you never fell into that trap.
Yeah. It's probably like being able to stay lean and not actually be like, I was like, well, I won't be able to pay you that, so I just can't do it. Sorry.
With your ads, are there any specific content pieces or ads that jump to mind that have been like a real winner?
Honestly, like founder videos. If you're a founder, just get in front of the camera. Like,
it's one thing I don't do as much anymore. I really need to jump back on that.
Oh, like even if it's just me talking over a bunch of B-roll.
Yeah, which is what your main content is, and it pops.
It works. Like, people always like, oh, you're telling your story. I'm like, yeah, I'm not telling it for you. I'm telling it for like the other people that are coming into the funnel. Yeah, and I've rinsed and repeated my story so many times in different ways. And then ugly ads would be another one.
Good old ugly ad.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what an ugly ad is, can you give me your example, and I'll give an example of what our ugly ad is.
Yeah, so it could just be like one that went really, really hard for us was old Paint, Microsoft Paint or whatever it was.
We did that one too.
And then I literally just wrote like, it was a picture of our
Buy
coffee.
my coffee.
Yeah, I was like, our coffee tastes really good, yay. Yeah. And it went nuts. Like, because I think it's like, what is that?
It's a scroll stop.
It should not be on my feed.
We did one the other day, and it was Jess, my employee, wearing sunglasses, looking hot as fuck. And I wrote over it, buy these sunnies. And then the caption was, I got too busy at work. Last minute, had no time to do an ad. This is what I came up with. Yeah. The sunnies are great.
Yeah.
One of our best click-through rates we've ever had, and it's because you don't see it that well. You kind of see it a little bit more now, but back then you don't. And a lot of people are like, is it devaluing your brand? I think it's funny. I think it brings personality.
Yeah, totally. Like if you go on our website, it's very curated and pretty and stuff, and like.
You're trying to get that click.
Yeah, you're trying to get people to your website.
Yeah.
And if they're falling off at the website, then you've got a conversion problem. So it's not your ads. So and the other one I've actually created was like an AI model, and she'd tattooed like 15 grams of protein, real ingredients and no BS on her shoulder, and she was taking a gym selfie. And that had good cut through.
I didn't see that one. Can you send it to me after?
Yeah.
What platform did you use to do that?
I think I used ChatGPT and then I chucked it in Mid-Journey to do like a...
Mid-Journey.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
I'm
like
going to remember that one.
It's like a image and video generator.
Because my ChatGPT image generator sucks.
Yeah, it is quite bad.
It's so bad. We recently discovered Klaviyo has one.
Oh.
Next level.
Yeah, okay.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, we tried for hours to get a certain image up on ChatGPT, and every time it looked like a cartoon Barbie icon car. Yeah. And within a couple of minutes, just managed to get the same thing looking perfect on.
Is it an extra on Klaviyo?
I don't know how she did it actually. I shall find that out and put it in the show notes for everybody to start trying.
Another one, if your prompts suck, is Prompt Cowboy.
Prompt Cowboy.
So like the main thing with ChatGPT is like we don't know how to talk to it.
Yeah.
And so like this website Prompt Cowboy, essentially you go, I want ChatGPT to create me an image.
Yeah.
It needs to look like this. You chuck that in Prompt Cowboy, it'll spit back
a bigger prompt.
A proper prompt that's like dedicated to ChatGPT or Claude or whatever the AI you want to upload it to. And then it'll spit it back out and you copy paste it into ChatGPT.
You're using AI for AI. It's getting crazy.
Well, soon it'll be my AI emailing your AI, and then it'll go, you got a meeting with Georgia at 10 a.m. next Friday. I'm like, okay.
Have you seen that's literally a dating app in Australia? Have you heard of that?
No.
So you like put in all your information and then your two AIs have a conversation to figure out stuff about each other, and then it automatically books your date. So you like put in your...
Without meeting them or talking to them?
Yeah. It books your date so that you're physically meeting the person for the first time at this restaurant. And the model is that's how they make money. So you don't pay for the dating app. The restaurants pay to be on it so that you go then and spend it. It's brilliant. It's a really smart idea. The AI is not quite there yet. Not that I'm dating. I've just been listening to a lot of AI podcasts at the moment. But that is how we're going to be setting up meetings.
Totally. Yeah. And AI workflows, all that stuff.
Does your AI have a name?
No, I was told to name it yesterday. Actually, I had a meeting with my mentor, and he was like, "You should name it. What would you call your co-founder?" I was like, "I don't know."
I asked mine, like what it wanted to be called, and it's called Bossy.
There we go.
BOSSY. Self-picked name.
How good.
Okay, let's talk a little bit of mindset and resilience. What do you reckon has been the hardest day in business so far?
I don't know a particular day. There was a patch, like a period.
Yep.
Where like I was like, it was probably pre-protein coffee. So I was still working as a fireman, wasn't necessarily fulfilling my dream. I was bored there. The business was kind of going like, okay. And I was like, I'm stuck in this job that I don't really like. And my business is like, I was like, maybe I just wrap up the business and like do something else and then, look for a career somewhere else or something. And that there was probably like a 2-month period, but I don't think that was necessarily like business. It was more like my
motivation and
where
you see the business
where
going.
I was going was draining me to then do good stuff on the business.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that's when I started talking to my partner and I was like, I think I want to quit the fire service. And she was like, okay, like just make sure you got a plan.
Make sure we have money.
Yeah.
How's that going for you? I know how it's going for me.
Bit of pressure now, yeah.
Reinvest everything into the business.
Yeah, it's adding up now. But yeah, we'll be okay, I think. So it was probably a patch. And I think that's where like having a co-founder would have been good because it's like you bounce off each other. And if they compliment you and you compliment them, then it's like a good relationship.
I've found that with having my employee in the office, I can feel things quite like if there's been a really tough month, I can often feel quite down. But having somebody else who's on a different wavelength often brings you back up.
Totally.
And I know that that's supposed to be my job as a boss to always come in with pretty high energy, bringing the vibes.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do just need that little bit of a like, you're looking at all the negatives, like look at all these positive things that are going right. When we actually look at the numbers, this is what's happening. Like, be a little bit real about it.
Yeah.
And that has been so nice to bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
So what does the next 12 months look like for Inner Bloom?
So scale Australia, like really cement ourselves as kind of Australasia's number one protein coffee in a can. Nail the investment and then build a team. I'm like super passionate about actually like building a team now. Like it's been a pretty long, lonely solo journey. It would be cool to have, you know, people all on the same mission and kind of building that vision together.
It makes such a difference.
Yeah.
I love that you say you want to be the number one as well, because we often get like, what's our future looking like? Do we want to expand into America and to England? That would be really cool, but I'm not going to do that till I'm number one in Australasia. Like I want to be that thing that people reach for over another brand.
Yeah.
And we can see that happening.
Yeah.
But we need to be number one.
Yeah, it's so like I probably went into Australia too early. But again, I was just like, I'll try it, see if it works. Like I've had plenty of people going, how are you doing that? You're like, you're not even that big in New Zealand. I'm like, well, I just tried. It's kind of working out.
Yeah.
Like bigger brands is going, yeah, how are you doing that? So yeah, I think it's just like being nimble and kind of, but staying focused on that mission.
I love that. Well, thank you. This has been such a good chat. It's been a nice chill chat, actually. I feel like I've taken away a lot, and I feel inspired to go and start entrepreneurial founder content again, because I've been really slacking.
Yeah, do it.
Cool. I'm excited to see where the investment journey goes, and everybody listening, go and watch the first 5 episodes. I'm expecting the 6th to come out this week.
I think I might have jumped the gun there. I think the 5th's coming out pretty soon. Yeah.
Okay, we're all gonna tune in. Well, thank you for coming on.
Sweet.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Board to Boss. And to say thank you, here's a cheeky little treat just for you. Use the code BOSSPOD at boardgeorge.com for a sweet little treat. And we will catch you next time.